This is the Season Long Podcast on the YouTube channel SeasonLongBaller. Glad to have you with us, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, on the YouTube channel SeasonLongBaller, we are playing a full NBA playthrough of the 82-game season through NBA 2K23 Player Build Jaymont Summerz, and that video is down in the description. Jayson Summers is a 78 overall, in case you don't know. And this is based on the fact that the 2022 NBA draft, Banchero, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith Jr., none of those players ranked over a 78. So thus, Jaymont Summerz is a 78 in his player build. He does have two badges. That would be Unlimited Range and Dimer. Both of those, again, keep him in line with his 2022 draft classmates who do not have over 3. Banchero, I believe, has 3. So, as you will see going through the season, hopefully Jaymont Summerz will get better. Hopefully I will get better playing as Jaymont Summerz, and we will follow the Washington Wizards through the season. Now, Summerz is on the Wizards because looking around the league and taking a look at the point guards, because that is the position that we put Summerz at, a 6'5" point guard out of William and Mary in Virginia. Again, trying to pick a college that's not known as a basketball powerhouse. So we looked at teams that did not have great point guard situations. So obviously, as I've mentioned a few times before, he's not going to be on the Phoenix Suns. He's not going to be on the Philadelphia 76ers. So situations like that. I mean, the New York Knicks probably would have been a great candidate last season, but now that they have Jalen Brunson, that wouldn't be a situation to put Summerz in, because we do want him to be the starter, of course. And we didn't exactly want to take the place of another younger developing point guard. So a situation like, say, the Orlando Magic, who are using Cole Anthony at the point guard, they are still probably figuring out if Anthony is the answer, so we didn't want to have Summerz there either. So that narrowed it down to the Washington Wizards, whose current point guard is Monte Morris, who used to be with the Denver Nuggets. On the game, he's overall a 79, so we did not think it was that bad an idea for Summerz to displace him. So here on the podcast, we talk about what happened in the previous week. We give a preview, what's going on with Jaymont Summerz, the Wizards, what's going on in NBA 2K23. This week, taking a quick look at some of the stats, Summerz has moved up not only among the rookies, but in league leaders. He is second in the league in scoring right now at 17.6 per game. Yes, that is a result of me shooting more, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a few moments. But as it stands, he is second in the league right now at 17.6 a game, and that is only second to Luka Doncic at the moment. Now, obviously that number ranks number 1 among rookies, as he's nearly doubling up the next highest rookie scorer, and that's being Banchero, who we've already talked about. A matter of fact, Banchero, Jabari Smith, and Chet Holmgren are all ranking number 2, 3, and 4 in scoring among rookies, with Banchero at 9.0 a game, Smith at 8.5, and Holmgren at 7.1. One thing that we have that is different, since we are simulating the league, Chet Holmgren in our league is healthy, so he is not out for the season as the real Chet Holmgren is. And that is, again, one of the differences we've had as we've been playing through the season. And the most significant injury of the season, which we talked about before, is Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics. He is out for the year with an Achilles injury in our simulation. Taking another look, Summerz again is leading the rookies in assists. He's been better passing the ball recently, but still shooting the ball a lot due to the injury to Bradley Beal, who has now returned. But he is at 3 assists a game, and that is, again, number 1 among the rookies. Now, it's not all great, however, and one of the things I did definitely want to point out is that Jaymont Summerz is leading the league in points against. So he has been basically a sieve in giving up points. And this is the worst number in the league. It's up there. That number up there is for the rookies, but this is the worst number in the league, as he is giving up 11.8 points per game against. And again, that is the worst number in the league. So going forward, as you'll know, well, let's look at taking a look back first. The Wizards went through a 2-2 week, beating actually destroying the Timberwolves on Sunday, 88-62, the previous Sunday. But then beating the Nets 91-77, a second victory over the Nets this season. But then the Wizards endured their first back-to-back losses all season, losing to the Hornets, third time's the charm for the Hornets, 95-80. And then just getting demolished by the Lakers in Washington, 109-85. That game wasn't even close. And I don't know off the top of my head if that's the worst loss in terms of point differential, but it definitely felt like the worst loss of the season as the Wizards kind of got blown out early and never really quite recovered. Now, one of the main reasons, especially in the Hornets game, is I'm man enough to admit that I shot us out of that game. In the Hornets game, Summers shot too many three-pointers. Yes, I shot too many three-pointers, did not connect on enough of those three-pointers, going 2 for 10. And that was a big reason I think that the Hornets won that game, defeating the Wizards 95-80, as I mentioned. But then going into the Lakers game, while not shooting the ball as much, again, Summers, I did not shoot the ball well. 1 for 5, I believe it was in that game. So in those two games, I shot 3 for 15 from 3, which is coming off the heels of actually improving my three-point shooting in games. So I think that was a main reason, or one of the big reasons, especially that Hornets game, that the Wizards fell. And right now they're in the middle of a 2-game losing streak. So going ahead and looking forward, 3 games coming up this week. The Bulls, this will be the second meeting with the Bulls. We are 1-0 against the Bulls, and that will be taking place on Wednesday. Then on Friday, against the Pacers on the road, a second meeting. This will actually be the third meeting, I think, with the Pacers. But again, we faced the Pacers. Yes, this will be the third meeting with the Pacers, and this time on the road. And then the other LA team comes to Washington, the LA Clippers, as the Wizards will go on a 6-game road trip starting next week. But that's getting a little ahead of ourselves. But the Clippers will be in town on December 10th. And that should be a very good game. So looking at the team standings, the Wizards still stand on top of the East right now at 17-7 in the middle of a 2-game, currently riding a 2-game losing streak. The Cleveland Cavaliers are the number 2 seed in the East. The Sixers are 3, and the Wizards actually have losses to both the Cavaliers and the 76ers. Now, they split with the Sixers, and there will be another game with the Sixers coming up later in the season, but they have played the Cavaliers only once, and they got blown out on a Sunday a while back to the Cavaliers. The Atlanta Hawks are, as you see, the 4th seed there at 14-9 as well as the same record as the Sixers, but we have not faced the Hawks yet, despite the fact they are in the same division. So we'll take a real quick go right now with the Jaymont Summerz plays of the week, and let's see what those are this week. Oh, the dunk on Davis after getting around Westbrook and Pat Bev. Or maybe this defensive play. Minute 22 to go here in the third quarter. Edwards comes downhill over to Anderson on the roll. Back over. Oh, yes! Got the block. Edwards was trying to launch that 3. Good block by me. 25-point lead remains. A minute 11 on the clock. All right, so I actually liked both of those plays, so I went ahead and selected both of them. I liked both of them, and the play where we're criticizing my defense before, so I might as well highlight one of the times that I did actually play some good defense. And will you look at that? For the week of November 28th through December 4th, where the Wizards did go just 2-2, Jaymont Summerz is the player of the week in the Eastern Conference. So yay us. All right, so that's going to do it for this podcast. I very much appreciate you taking the time to give us a quick listen or a quick watch if you are looking at this on YouTube. The next game will be on Wednesday against the Chicago Bulls on the road. That will be on December 7th. Hope to see you there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you are grinding, no matter what it is, keep grinding. Season Long Baller is out. Peace.